The following is a presentation of SC State Athletics.
All right, welcome to another edition of Inside South Carolina State Athletics. I'm your host, Ernest Robinson. It was an incredible week for South Carolina State as the Bulldogs had a lot to celebrate. On Monday, Eric Martin's Bulldog basketball team pulled off a huge upset, 86-85 over Jacksonville in overtime. That was a total 180 from the way they played on Saturday. And Coach Martin, right here on our show, told us his team would be better on Monday, and indeed they were. On Tuesday, the Bulldogs celebrated the hiring of head coach Chennis Berry, the new Bulldog head football coach. Berry set the crowd on fire with an inspiring speech and had everyone at the press conference excited about Bulldog football and ready to strap on the pads and get on the field.
As Coach says all the time, when I walk to the stage, that I think you guys ought to applaud. So how about give me a hand? How about that? I told Coach a little while ago that 27 years ago, when I left Fairfield Central to go to Carolina, it was a strange kind of deal. Coach, you had a lot to do with that deal. And then here, I get a chance to give you what I got 27 years ago. And I can tell you now that last night was the first night's good sleep I had in 20 some odd years. So that's my present to you, Coach Chennis Berry. Welcome. This is a gathering of the opportunity to welcome my good friend Chennis Berry here as the head football coach at South Carolina State. I look forward to doing everything that I can to encourage and to help him get through the good times and the bad. This football deal is a tough business. It's the only business almost where the exact opposite of one team is good for the good of the other. It says the football is a man's game, and you find in a hurry, who can and who can't. I've told these guys a lot. You can hit a guy if he doesn't see you, but when you see him and he sees you, and you still hit that guy, then you know at that point that you've got a man. Coach Berry, welcome. We've got a good many folk here that I want to try to at least give a little bit of a shout out to. I'm going to start with my good friend here, Coach Jay and Mary. When I came, Coach Jeffries was the guy here. He's the all-time everything there is here at South Carolina State. Coach Willie Jeffries, Mary Jeffries. Coach, please stand. We've had a good process getting this guy in here. There's a lot of people that I'd like to thank, starting with President Conyers for making this thing come together. I drug him around early in the morning from time to time to get the chance to meet some of these candidates, this candidate here in particular. Gerald Smalls, I'm sure, is around here somewhere. Dr. Smalls, our Vice President of Business and Finance, is around here somewhere. Coach Smalls, he's got a affinity for all these high-end special types of athletes. He does a lot for us. That way you're gonna need him. And then Ms. Keisha Campbell, who's no longer here. But I can tell you, Keisha was the guy that actually made contact at the beginning with our candidate here, with our new head coach here. And I can tell you that she was a big part of this process, and she still is a big part of my life in making sure that I'm doing the right things here, as we go through this transition into our next AD, who will be in here, Nate Cochran, that'll be Dr. Nate Cochran, that'll be in here in another week or so. So then, all of these folk played a part of this deal in a way that we get an opportunity to bring this Coach Berry guy in here. Of course, he's been all over. I think the first time that I remember him, he was an offensive line coach years and years ago at Howard University. And for some reason, he just kind of caught my eye. A lot of what he did was similar to some of the kinds of things that we did at the same time. You know, I used to pick him all the time. I said, "You stole the stretch play for us," and ran it sometimes better than we did. But he was that coach. Here's your papers, Coach. Thank you. Wow. What a humbling, amazing day. I am so excited to be your new head football coach at South Carolina State University. Thank you. This is an amazing day. I mean, it just really is. It just brings me joy, and I'm humbled just to be here today. This is definitely the day that the Lord has made, and let us rejoice and be glad in it. I am a man of God. I don't hide from it. God has been good to me, and I'm grateful to be here today, standing in front of you guys today. So we're super excited, and to God be the glory. A lot of thank yous to get to this point. You know, it's a lot of people that I want to thank in this whole entire process, because obviously I believe in the attitude of gratitude. So, you know, I believe in giving thanks where thanks is due. So I want to start off first and foremost just thanking the Board of Trustees for their leadership in this university. All right, all the work that goes in to run a university. Very, very grateful for all of you guys entrusting in me to be the head football coach here at South Carolina State University. To President Conyers, man, I tell you what, just the time that we got a chance to spend together, I see your leadership, I see your vision, and that's one of the things that encouraged me to become the new head football coach here at South Carolina State. So thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Dr. Smalls, I got a chance to meet Dr. Smalls throughout this process as well. Just thank you for your leadership as well, man. I really appreciate, you know, all that you've done through this process and helping me get here today. And, you know, of course, I got to thank Coach Pugh. Coach Pugh, I've been following Coach Pugh for a long time, and, you know, just through the profession, this is year 30 coming up for me in this profession. I've been following Coach Pugh and just following his whole entire trajectory as he went through the profession. And what a great career. If my career could be anywhere close to what his career was, I think that I'll be heading in the right direction. So thank you for all that you do, Coach Pugh. To Dr. Artis, the president at Benedict College. I mean, you know, I'm so grateful for her, because she is the person that gave me an opportunity when no one else did. She gave me an opportunity to be a head football coach, and what a great ride we had at Benedict College. So again, I want to thank Dr. Artis for her leadership and all she did, and all the things that I needed, the resources that she provided in order for us to be successful and have the run that we had at Benedict College. So thank you, Dr. Artis. To my players, I mean, I have to thank them. You're talking about, took over that program in February 11th of 2020. And when I first took that program over, we were, prior to my arrival, when I left Southern University, that team was 1-9. And those young men bought into the vision of the program, the leadership and the vision of the program. And they are the reason why I stand here today. And what a great ride we had with 2 SIAC championships back-to-back, Division II HBCU National Championship. What a great group of guys that really bought into the process on and off the field. So I'm grateful for those young men as well. Dr. Nathan Cochran, I had a chance to talk to our new AD who's going to be here shortly. What a great time I spent with him, because I see his vision and his passion for what he does and what he's going to bring to South Carolina State University. So I'm very, very grateful for him. To my friends, man, I have to thank friends. I have a band of brothers that I
socialize with, hang out with, spend a lot of time with, and they're my support system. And they're members of my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. But one gentleman is here today, Dr. Aaron Bishop. He's been a supporter of me from day one. Mr. Michael Stovall, George Bandy, we have Carl Solomon, Derek Pugh. Those guys are great friends of mine, and I'm very, very grateful for those guys and their support, because they're at every game, and nothing like having a band of brothers that you can just lean on in times of need, and those guys have been great to me. And definitely last but not least, my rock, my wife, Miss Ramil Berry. She has been amazing through this whole entire journey, this whole entire process. I'm big on family, and she is the support system for us to keep us together. And I tell you what, my wife is amazing. My kids, Jasmine, Mia, little Chinnis Berry, and Channing Berry. What a great group of people, and this is my family, and I love them dearly. So thank you for all you do, sweetheart. It's a couple of former coaches that really touched my life in a special way, that actually did some things here at South Carolina State University. A gentleman gave me an opportunity a long time ago. In 1990, I was playing high school basketball at Windsor Forest, playing high school basketball. Our season was over. My senior year, I think we went 1-9 at Redan High School. We couldn't win the coin toss. We were awful. All right? And we went to a basketball tournament down in Savannah, Georgia, and there was a gentleman standing up in the stands, and he was watching me play basketball. And he had white hair, and he came down after the game, and he said, how you doing? My name is Bill Davis, and I want to offer you a scholarship to come to Savannah State College at the time. And that was my only offer. And no doubt about it, I took that offer. What a great time that I had at Savannah State, and that's because of Bill Davis gave me an opportunity. But it was also a couple of people that went to South Carolina State years ago. Darryl Brick McNeil, he was a guy that was one of my coaches, as well as Edwin Bailey. Edwin Bailey was my offensive line coach years ago, and he really impacted my life in a special way. So, I want to make sure I pay tribute to those people. But again, what great people. They've really impacted my life in a special way. So I'm grateful, again, attitude of gratitude. Whenever you have an opportunity to follow two living legends, Coach Willie Jeffries. I mean, everybody knows Coach Jeffries. He is probably one of the funniest human beings that I ever met in my life. But just to see as I looked through the rafters, I was on the field at the state championship games last week, and I just looked in the rafters, and I saw all those championships and the shoulders of giants that I get a chance to follow. What a special day. All those championships from Coach Jeffries. You got Bill Davis, you got Coach Pugh. What a great humbling. And I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. The baton has been passed, though, and it's time for me to run my race, and the job is to move the legacy forward. So thank you guys for all you do. But following two living legends won't be an easy task, but I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I'm excited to get ready to rock and roll and get this thing started. Okay, and ultimately, as I begin my journey as the head football coach here at South Carolina State, I always talk about controlling my dash. Okay, my start date is here, December the 12th, 2023. And there's going to be a dash in the middle. And I don't know when my last day will be here, but I have full control of that dash in the middle. And that D, I always talk about, and I do everything in my program, and all I'm about is about discipline. Okay, discipline is real simple. Just do right. It's real simple. Just do right on the field, off the field, and that's what I'm all about. I have full control of my discipline that I do every day. A, attitude. I have full control when my feet hit the ground in the morning. If I'm gonna look at the glass half empty or glass half full. Well, I choose to look at it glass half full each and every day. So attitude, full control of my attitude every day. As sacrifice. Proverbs 27:17 says, iron sharpens iron so that one man sharpens another. And you're talking about, you have to sacrifice. If you want to be great at anything you do, it's about sacrifice. And H, habits. Man doesn't decide his future, he decides his habits. And his habits decide his future. And controlling that dash is extremely important to me, and that's kind of how I carry my everyday walk of life when you're talking about building a program and building my brand. And that's what it's all about. Every day I have full control of that dash in the middle. Don't know when I will leave this place, but I got control of that dash in the middle, so I'm super excited about that. You know, as a CEO, when you're the head football coach, you're really the CEO of the program. And as a CEO, I have to have the ability to be able to motivate. Okay, how do you motivate? You have to motivate individuals, whether it be alumni, whether it be players, whether it be support staff, whatever it may be. You have to motivate your coaches to be able to do things and get them to do something. And how do you do that? By showing them each and every day that you care and that you love them. And that's what it's all about. So we're big on family. That's forget about me, I love you. You'll probably hear a lot of acronyms from me because that's kind of how I remember things. You have to be an informer. When you're in a leadership role, you have to be informed individuals of what you're expecting them to accomplish. So being able to inform people is extremely important. Then you got to be able to visualize. I'm a visualizer. So I look at things already. I'm already visualizing as I'm standing on the middle of that football field and I look at that end zone. I'm visualizing already an end zone facility. I'm visualizing about 3 stories. I'm visualizing a weight room. I'm visualizing a study hall, an academic center. I'm visualizing coaches' offices, meeting rooms. I'm visualizing, I'm already seeing it. Again, putting myself in a position to visualize. But at the end of the day, as I visualize, one day, I see it one day coming true. But again, you have to be able to motivate, you have to be able to inform, and you have to be able to visualize if you're going to be in a leadership role as the CEO of South Carolina State University football. The vision and what our philosophy will be ultimately at the end of the day. You know, I believe when you get an opportunity like this, and this kind of how I look at life, the opportunity of a lifetime only lasts the lifetime of the opportunity. And the opportunity is right now. That's no opportunity wasted. This opportunity that was given to me, I'm so excited about it because I won't waste that opportunity. If the good Lord blessed me with the opportunity to be the head football coach at South Carolina State University, a storied program, I'm going to hit the ground running and make sure that I do all I can do to make it better than it was before I found it. So I'm super excited about it. My why. Why am I in this profession? Coaching is a ministry. It really is a ministry. It's a ministry because we have an opportunity to be in front of 100+ young men every single day, not in the pulpit on Sundays, but every single day. You have an opportunity to be in front of young men impacting their lives every day. So how we speak, how we talk, our energy, all that matters. How we dress, they're watching everything that we do. So they're at an impressionable young age, 18 to about 23, 24 years old. So how we come to work every day, our mindset, how we come to work every day, they're watching everything we do. So it is a ministry, and I don't play with it. Again, to change the lives and the trajectory of the lives of young men is extremely important to me because we know there's an expiration date to this game of football. This game is going to end one day, and I want to make sure that I'm preparing young men to be ready for this game that we call life. Because one day there'll be fathers, there'll be husbands, there'll be leaders in the community, and I want to make sure as the leader of the program, because I believe in leading from the front, that I want to make sure that every man that touches our program, every female, whether it be a support staff or whatever it may be, that we impact their lives in a special way. So that's the vision of how it all goes. So again, when I see a young man, I go to a high school, and I start seeing a young man, I have to visualize what I see him to be 4 to 5 years from now. As he matriculates to get his degree at South Carolina State University, I got to be able to visualize. So again, treat a man as he is, he will be. But treat a man as he can be, he will become. I have to be able to get it out of him, something that he may not see in himself. It's my job and my coaching staff job is to get it out of him. So I'm big on developing young men, all right? Man, you know, when you look at this whole deal, just the future of the young people that we're entrusted with, man doesn't decide his future, he decides his habits, and his habits decide his future. Everything that they do every day prepares them for this future that they're going to have because they'll be leaders in this community and in this game of life. Just the philosophy of the program. Every day, our mission in our program will be to chase A's, B's, C's, and D's. Okay, well, what are that, Coach? C's and D's. Well, A's and B's non-negotiable in the classroom, A's and B's. We will hold a standard. Every young man in our program, we're going to strive every day to be the best we can be in the classroom as well. And we're going to shoot for A's and B's. C's are championships, and that's plural, championships. Okay, I believe in winning on the field and winning off the field. C's are championships and D's are degrees. All right? A's, B's, C's, and D's, that's what we're going to go for every single day, making sure our young men fall in love with that process of chasing A's, B's, championships, and degrees. That won't change, and that's what we'll be all about. All right? And it's big for me, you know, when we come up with the cardinal principles or the core values of South Carolina State University football. we're going to fall in love with the process, and we're going to understand that adversity is going to strike in young men's life. Okay, as fathers, as husbands, adversity strikes every day. Every day is not sunshine. Some days there'll be rain. And you're going to have to find from the pit of your soul to be able to dig deep when adversity strikes.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Inside South Carolina State Athletics. We hope you enjoyed our show. We hope you'll continue to support all the programs at South Carolina State, and we'll do our best to make sure we keep you aware of what's going on inside South Carolina State Athletics. Go Bulldogs!